Hi there, I'm Sean Dillman. In this video, I'll be showing you 4 different options for setting up a standing workstation and discussing various pros and cons. At the end, I'll tell you how you can download my guide, which contains an easy-to-use checklist and answers to frequently asked questions. As always, if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you end up purchasing equipment to set up a standing workstation, please support my channel by using my Amazon affiliate link so that Amazon will send me a small commission at no cost to you. Before I go over the different available options, I'll discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using a standing workstation. To start with the advantages, studies suggest that standing burns more calories than sitting, promotes better health, and prevents weight gain. Standing has also been linked to reduced risks of chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain types of cancer. In my experience, standing also helps improve posture and reduce back and neck pain. I've been using a standing workstation for more than a decade, and I've definitely noticed increased energy levels and productivity. My understanding is that this is a result of improved blood flow and availability of oxygen to the brain and other organs. Standing may also help reduce the risk of disorders such as carpal tunnel syndrome and tendonitis. Finally, I find that standing is much more fun and enjoyable than sitting. If I find that I'm standing at my computer doing something relatively passive, like reading a long document or watching a video, I typically use the opportunity to stretch, do yoga poses, or stand on a balance board or foot massager. So these are some of the advantages of using a standing workstation. But what are the disadvantages? Something that I've noticed is that standing for long periods of time can cause foot and leg pain, as well as fatigue and muscle soreness, especially if you don't wear proper footwear. A few ways that I counteract these problems is by alternating between wearing and not wearing shoes, and by using different standing products like balance boards, foot massagers, and ergonomic mats. And although I stand for most of the day, I also keep a chair and laptop handy so that I can sit and work in a sitting position if I get tired of standing. In general, I try to be mindful of proper ergonomics, take breaks throughout the day, and alternate between standing and sitting to avoid fatigue and discomfort. As a tip, you may want to stand up straight with your shoulders back. If you don't observe proper ergonomics, standing for long periods of time can increase the risk of injury. Finally, standing workstations and other equipment can be expensive. However, in my experience, because I work long hours every day, the value of having a high-functioning custom workstation and feeling energized at work far outweighs the monetary cost and any other disadvantages. With that being said, let's get into the different options. Option number 1, standing desk. The first option for setting up a standing workstation is to simply use a standing desk. A standing desk is a desk that's specifically designed for standing. It can be adjusted to different heights to accommodate different users. Some standing desks are motorized and can be adjusted with the touch of a button, while some older models may use a manual crank. Standing desks can be expensive, but they provide a lot of benefits. You can customize the height to your liking, and they often have additional features like cable management systems and built-in computer storage. They're also the easiest out-of-the-box solution, which should work for most people and make it easy to stand, but sit as well, and over time build up a greater tolerance for standing. Option number 2, standing desk converter. Another standing workstation option is to use a standing desk converter. A standing desk converter is a device that can be placed on top of a regular desk to convert it to a standing desk. It can be adjusted to different heights and usually has an area for a keyboard and a mouse. Standing desk converters are usually more affordable than standing desks, and they're a good option if you want to try standing without committing to a full standing desk. In my experience, however, because standing desk converters place monitors up on a raised platform, neck soreness can be experienced because a person may be looking too far up while using the monitor in a sitting position. One possible way to counteract this problem is to have a good office chair that can adjust to many different heights. Option number 3, DIY standing desk. If you're on a budget or you can't get the standing desk products that you need, you can make your own standing desk using standard building materials and everyday items. One of my favorite ways to make a makeshift standing workstation is to use cardboard boxes as platforms for my monitors, keyboard, and mouse. A DIY standing desk can be a fun and creative project and can be customized to your specific needs. However, because you're trying to figure out how to repurpose ordinary items to make a standing workstation, you may be frustrated if you can't get your equipment in exactly the position you want. For example, from this angle, you can see that my makeshift workstation isn't quite tall enough. My eyes should be lined up with the center of the monitor, not with the top. From an ergonomic perspective, this means that my monitors are a little bit too low. To raise my monitor up, I could stack books or other things under it, but then I may start having safety problems with tipping and stability. As I said, a do-it-yourself standing desk can be a fun and creative project, but you need to be careful to make something that's stable and won't fall apart and harm you or damage your equipment. Option number 4, post-mount systems. The fourth and final option that you can use to create a standing workstation is to use a post-mount system. A post-mount system is a type of standing desk converter that uses posts and arms to elevate monitors, laptops, keyboards, and mice to different levels. A post-mount system is generally more portable, affordable, and easier to use than other standing desk options. You can order them through Amazon, receive them in a few days, and be up and running in minutes, depending on your desk and computer equipment. The warning I'll make here is that post-mount systems typically use a grommet or a clamp to attach your post to your desk. For most people, using the clamp method will be the easiest, but this requires your desk to have an overhanging lip like this. If your desk doesn't have one and is flush on its corners, you'll need to use the grommet method, which means that your desk will need to have a pre-existing hole, or you'll need to drill one. While drilling a hole in a desk may not be for everyone, if you do go this route, you may find that it produces the most polished look and the best custom options for placing your equipment in just the right positions. As you can see here, I can put my keyboard tray and monitors in the exact positions I want, in terms of height, tilt, and swivel, which means the best possible experience for my wrists, neck, and eyes. If you want to see a few different options, please see my videos on the Huanyo laptop monitor mount and the Vivo dual monitor workstation. Okay, so before I wrap up, if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's anything that you have questions about that I didn't cover in this video, please be sure to comment below and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. If you end up purchasing equipment to set up a standing workstation, please use my Amazon link below so that I'll get a small commission from Amazon, which will support me and my channel. So with that, there you have it. Those are 4 different ways to set up a standing workstation. If you'd like to download my simple guide, which contains easy-to-use walkthroughs and answers to frequently asked questions, please visit my website at www.seandillman.com. Thanks again for watching. As always, I'm Sean Dillman.